It is not up to me whether I win or lose. Ultimately, this might not be my day. And it is that philosophy toward sports, something that I really truly live by. I am emotional. I want to win. I am hungry. I am a competitor. I have that fire. But deep down, I truly enjoy the art of competing so much more than the result. Japan, not only a mega-busy city that thrives on electronics and efficiency, actually has an almost sacred appreciation of nature. One must travel outside of Tokyo to truly experience the bold Japan, and more importantly feel these aspects of Japanese culture. We all naturally want to become successful, we also want to take shortcuts. And it's easy to do so, but you can never take away the effort of hard work and discipline and sacrifice. My dad's great. He's my biggest supporter. He's always told me that whatever I choose to do, I can do it. I just gotta put my mind to it. I had a ton of energy, ran around like crazy, more than a handful for my dad. I was crazy. Dad barely handled it. I was never diagnosed ADHD or anything like that, but I'm pretty sure I had it when I was younger. It's the only thing that would explain me getting into trouble all the time. One thing guys have to remember is consistency. You can't make up for 3 years of eating poorly in just one workout. US speed skating has been riddled with problems since when I started my career, and we were always able to look past that. When it came down to performing on the ice, regardless of funding issues, we were always able to make it happen. And that's what it's all about. I can look into someone's eyes and feel like I know her better, versus a phone call, where you can't get that same type of emotion. That's why text messaging gets you in trouble. You can't bond, and emoticons explain only so much. It's important to be driven and have goals. You want an independent woman who knows what she wants and isn't afraid to go after it. It's attractive to me when a woman is doing what she loves. It makes me want to know more. We actually have a small family. It's just my father and I and my grandmother, who lives in Tokyo. I cherish my friendships. All the suits I buy have to be tailored, no matter what. But it's not just because of my height, it's because I've been skating for so long. My waist is very small, but my legs are just huge. Most really nice suit makers are Italian, and usually they make suit pants for Italian men. I'm like, those Italians must have pretty skinny legs. It starts with your diet and then to your exercise. You have to make the right decisions as a consumer and learn about carbs and proteins as well as watching your portion control. And from there you have to stay active as much as possible. My mantra has always been to have zero regrets in life. Everything I do at one speed, I go all out. I rolled the second car that I ever owned, a Toyota 4Runner. This was winter in Colorado, 2 weeks before the 2002 Olympic trials. I was driving in the outside lane, and my rear tire caught some black ice, and we totally turned sideways to the point where we were heading right toward the median. I believe my father has and always will be the strongest influence in my life, as he has guided me on many paths. Olympic athletes have to find a job right after they're done competing. You'd like people to remember you for these great times on the ice. In reality, you want them to forget because you're doing something new and better. The first question is always, we loved him on Dancing with the Stars, we loved him in the Olympics, but can he speak English? Yes, I speak English. Yes, I can. I've always liked game shows, the competitive aspect and the character-driven personalities you see. On the ice, if I slow down, I can coast behind somebody for a couple of laps. If I slow down on the run, it'll turn into a walk. An Olympic pursuit really takes a full 3 to 4 years of Olympic preparation. Being a competitor, you always believe you can come back. I'll be up at 3 in the morning watching World Cup races in my hotel whether I'm in Asia on a business trip or in New York City and have to get up in 2 hours. Champions all get kicked when they're down. I wanted to go back on Dancing with the Stars, I did it. One of my favorite shows is Hawaii 5-0. I went on, guest starred. I wanted to be in a film, did Tasmanian Devils in Vancouver. Wanted to host a show, boom, did it. In school I studied international business and marketing, so I've always been attracted to business. My life has always been compartmentalized into different aspects. I have my speed skating Olympic pursuits. I have my personal life and have my business life and have my entertainment, TV, Hollywood, whatever have you, always compartmentalizing every aspect of my life. Who cares if somebody dances better? Doing my very best is rewarding internally. I know exactly what I'm doing on the ice, and I'm in my element. I tend to build bulk and muscle easily, and running seems to make sure I stay kind of stringy, if that makes sense. A lot of times, some of my best ideas happen when I'm running. That's when I do my best thinking. Generally, speed skaters don't run that much. I'm a little bit of an exception in that I run a lot. With speed skating, it's like doing one-legged squats over and over again, with that one leg absorbing more than 80% of your weight. It takes an enormous amount of strength, and you're in such a weird position. As seemingly impossible as it may seem of having zero regrets, when I look at my life now and all the mistakes I've made, all the bad decisions I've made, all the things I could have done differently or done more in, I don't think I would have changed anything. When there's somebody racing side by side, when somebody's right next to me and they're pushing and we're both tired, we're both fatigued, I want to be able to beat them mentally. When you reach that competing point, when you reach that time when the gun is about to go off, everyone's level is pretty much the same. The one thing that's going to separate you from everybody else is how you deal with those pressures, how you stay relaxed. I think so many times in our society we focus so much on just the end result. When we finally reach that point we realize that was never the true goal. Do I feel any pressure as the most decorated Winter Olympian in American history? None at all. The only pressures that I know I face are those of how to pay it forward. How can I continually make a positive impact in people's lives, help others achieve their dreams, create their own Olympic mindset, creating champions within themselves? Vancouver is an amazing city, and luckily, growing up in the Seattle area, I was able to immerse myself into the culture at a young age, traveling back and forth across the border for skating competitions as a youngster. I am a believer in nutrient timing and supplementation, through 8-Zone. I love eggs, apples, wild fish, leafy greens, brown rice, pasta, oatmeal, homegrown Washington potatoes, and cooking with coconut and olive oils. I don't have great running technique, but I like to run. I've heard from countless people that the last 6 miles of the marathon is all mental. But what better city to have this in than New York City, where there are millions of people there supporting you? It's about having an active lifestyle, staying healthy, and making the right decisions. Life is about balance. Not everybody wants to run a marathon, but we could all start working out and being active, whether you walk to work or take an extra flight of stairs. Music to me is life. It's what gets me going. Every Olympic athlete prepares differently. For me, I am 100% into the sport. And if I decide to really make a crucial career decision to say, this is something I want to do, I want to leave no stone unturned in my preparation. When you are at the Olympic Games, it comes down to a 10,000th of a hair between making the next round or winning a race or getting second or third. I've been an athlete most of my life and on a disciplined schedule. Working out for me is just part of my everyday. My go-to workout is called the Asylum from Beachbody. It's intense training with lots of intervals, core work. It's hard. I travel a lot, so I can take it on the road with me and do it in a hotel room. I could never focus on my upper body as a skater, so I'm enjoying having symmetrical upper and lower body muscle. Broadcasting is definitely in my cards for the future, and I'm determined to work hard at it, to perfect it and create my style and niche. My first car was a Toyota 4Runner when I was 17. I paid for it myself. I was very happy. I have a scar on my left thigh, kind of almost near my knee. I essentially fell in the 2002 Olympics, and when I hit the wall, because of the impact, my right leg kind of came in at like a knife-type angle and stabbed my leg with my own skate blade. Visit our website for more quotes, quoting.com.